Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Matt.
I'm Megan.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Uncle Jeremy.
I'm Pop Pop.
I'm Aunt Becky.
I'm Kelly.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Welcome back, everyone. It is a special day here on the farm. I mean, every day is special, but this one's like extra special because Grammy, she baked. What? It doesn't happen all too often anymore, but we've got cherry, we've got blueberry, we've got apple, we've got zucchini bread, banana bread, and then we got a whole bunch of cakes right here. That's a lot of good eating. We don't bake all too often anymore, but when we do, oh, you know it's gonna be a busy weekend. We got hit with a little bit of rain last night, which is really, really good because we've been needing it. It's been on the drier side, which for the crops, that's not too good. But we got a little bit of rain last night, and we might be getting some more rain today, so we'll have to work around that. But to get started this morning, I'm gonna get the animals all taken care of, and then we can move on to our field jobs. Good morning. Oh, that's a good kitty. Good morning. When it comes to morning chores, my routine has been pretty much the same. What I like to do first is get the chickens all taken care of, whether that's feeding or collecting eggs, and then I like to move on to feeding cattle. Now, Dad usually takes care of the calves because that's something that he likes to do. By that time, we're usually all finished with chores. I get some plants watered, and then it's on to the next job. That's just the way we've been doing it, and it seems to go pretty smoothly. Chickens have been taken care of. Cattle are now all taken care of as well. I gave Dad a phone call to see if he had already taken care of the calves because they've been making quite a bit of noise. And he mentioned that he had already fed them this morning. And I told him, I said, hey, the calves are telling me something different. But he instructed me not to listen to him. He said they're trying to trick you. So, what in the world is going on up there? But that's what he told me to do. He said, just ignore the calves. They're already fed. In line with getting a few of our chores done this morning, all this cabbage, broccoli, and cauliflower has already been watered, and that should mean we're about ready to move on to our next job. We just have to wait for Dad to get back from the wholesaler, and then we'll be good to go. Dad picked up some important stuff this morning. We got a few different types of fruit, and he also got 2 bins of local sweet corn. Would we like to be picking our own sweet corn? Yes. Are we very close to picking our own sweet corn? Double yes. But is it ready just yet? No, not quite, but soon. While we were talking to our customers throughout the week, we learned that a few of them were gonna be partying on the weekend, and they were gonna need sweet corn. Now, we ran out of sweet corn through the week. We weren't too concerned about getting more, but then we thought about it. If a lot of our customers are gonna be picking up sweet corn for the weekend, we're plenty sure that there's gonna be other people in here looking for sweet corn. So we ended up getting 2 bins, and this stuff looks really, really nice. It is early sweet corn, so it is a little on the small side, but that's to be expected because, as I mentioned before, this is local sweet corn. But we're happy that we're gonna have 2 bins here. This will be plenty of sweet corn for everybody in the local area that needs it. I know we have another bin over there. We got this one right here.
Sweet corn.
Let's go, Pop Pop, let's go. We're waiting on you.
We have to work on that fence today.
Oh, no.
There's power over there.
Uh-oh. Oh, you're getting mud all over me. Callie promoting all the kohlrabi. It sells fast when Callie promotes it. Callie's been telling every customer that comes in, she says, I picked the kohlrabi. And then afterwards she says, I eat the kohlrabi. It's yummy. So yeah, I think really because of that, we've been selling more of it.
Come get him.
The older varieties of kohlrabi used to get like a woody texture to them, and they wouldn't be as popular once the kohlrabi started to get larger. But with these newer varieties, they don't seem to get that same woody texture or woody flavor. So it's a lot easier to sell the larger ones. For the most part, the older generations like to get them a little smaller than this. But we've been encouraging everybody to try them once they get a little bit larger, and they've been enjoying them. I honestly might think it's because of Callie, but this is gonna be the first time where we really go through and we pick all our kohlrabi before it starts to split or anything else happens to it. It's pretty self-explanatory when it comes to harvesting it. We just get a good grip on the kohlrabi and we pull it straight up. Now you will have the roots come with it. We got the one tap root and then all the extra roots, but we just clip that off there. Very simple to harvest. It can be a little difficult when soil conditions aren't right, but thankfully we received that rain and it just makes this stuff come out of the soil so easy. Oop, there's one that split. That's what we find. And you know what? These do not sell, sadly, because that's a nice kohlrabi except for that problem right there. The rest to catch up. The boys are gonna finish cleaning up the kohlrabi. I am gonna get started on cutting some broccoli though. So we're gonna get as much as we can find today because this stuff looks good. Now something that's saving our butt when it comes to the broccoli is that we planted 3 different varieties. Now these are 3 different day varieties, so they mature at different times. And the way this is saving our butt is because our first planting, well, it's gotten a little overripe and much of it has gone to seed. But now our mid-season, which is what we're cutting right now, this is just reaching peak maturity. So this is an excellent time to start harvesting this. If we would have only planted that one variety, that early variety, well, we would already be done with harvesting broccoli. However, because we have the 3 separate varieties, we're able to still cut. This is what we got picked right away. We got some kohlrabi, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4 heaping baskets full of broccoli. Now the nice thing is there's still plenty of broccoli to cut here, which we'll be getting to later on. The next thing we need to grab is some kale, so we're gonna be heading down there and picking some of that. Before we do that, I wanted to bring you over and show you some of the cabbage. Our first early planting, there's a lot of cabbage in there. That's our earliest day variety. I think that's Blue Vantage, I think. But then once we move over a little bit, this is like our mid-season cabbage. This is starting to get a nice head to it. Our mid-season cabbage is gonna be a lot larger than our early cabbage. Both cabbages taste great and the customers have been enjoying them. We have been picking through the early cabbage quite often though, so we're probably gonna finish that off right in time to start picking our mid-season. Now this leads me to a question that I saw in one of my recent videos, and that is, have we ever cut ourselves while we've been harvesting different types of crops? Long story short, the answer is yes, we have, but it's actually very rare because of the way that we do harvest. When it comes to cabbage, what we do is we'll put our hand on top of the head and then turn the cabbage sideways. We'll take our knife and then stab the base of the cabbage while pushing off the head, and it kind of just pops off. And you can see it's kind of difficult to cut yourself when your hand is so far away from where the knife would be. The same with broccoli. We kind of push the broccoli over, revealing the stem, and then we can just slice or stab wherever we need to. Your hand never really gets in the way. Now, I did mention there have been times that we have cut ourselves. It does seem that we only cut ourselves when it's really, really cold out and you can't really feel your hands. What happens is sometimes we'll be harvesting when it's really, really cold. We'll have our hand on here and we'll have our fingers down too far because genuinely we can't feel them because it's like freezing outside. Another time that it has happened is when we just get tired. When we've been working all day, we're not paying attention, we're not focusing, someone has got their hand at one point. But thankfully, everybody has got all their fingers here on the farm. That's something that we're kind of proud about. We will brag about it. And there we go. The boys grabbed the kale. There's Daniel's missing finger. That's not a missing finger. And yeah, that is a beautiful looking side-by-side ready to go. You got enough stuff back there, Daniel? No. Put it in the water.
Here.
It's heavy? No, it's not. You're strong. You're strong. There you go. One more. Good job. Put your hands in there. This is some beautiful broccoli. go.
I think the rest will fit in there. I'm gonna throw the kohlrabi in here too, just
Yep.
might as well.
Give it a rinse. Beautiful. Now that we're back at the farm, Dad and Aunt Rhonda are gonna be working on sorting some pickling cucumbers, and the rest of us are gonna be heading out to pick the regular cucumbers.
And that corn really shot up.
That corn is beautiful. This is like starting to become the home away from home. Or I guess it always has been the home away from home. Hanging out in the fields. Yeah, the birds are chirping. For the cucumbers today, the harvest seems to be light. I'm not 100% sure as to why that is, but we're just not finding near as many as we normally do. Something we have noticed is we are dealing with a little bit of bug damage, but that's to be expected. When you raise this many of one crop, you're expected to see stuff like that happen. For the most part though, all the cucumbers look really nice. There just isn't too many here, but that's okay. Whatever here is what we will get harvested. We're not gonna worry too much about it. Just as long as we have enough for the customers, that's what we really want. Where are you? There you are. There's a lot of nice little cucumbers coming there. That one don't look too nice, but we'll take it just in case. I was out for a walk yesterday, Matt, with Callie. You should see all the tomatoes coming.
I know, it looks real nice down there.
And then she's like, I want to see the big tomatoes. I'm like, well, I don't know if I can find big tomatoes. They're not ready yet. And we went looking around a little bit and we found some round tomatoes that were, no lie, like this big around. They're nice and green. You know what that made me want?
Fried green tomatoes?
Yeah, spicy green tomatoes. Spicy green tomatoes. And then I thought it'd be really good to make like spicy, when Grammy makes her pickled eggs. Like spicy pickled eggs. Wouldn't that be good?
I don't know how I feel about it.
You don't know how you feel about it? Well, I think it'd be delicious. Maybe I'm lost on that one, but I think that'd be a good time. All right, boys. So what do we think the problem is? We got 3.5 baskets of cucumbers.
A little bit of cucumber damage, cucumber beetle damage, but then all the young stuff is looking pretty good, so I think we're getting out of it now.
I think we're right where we should be.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think we need more cucumbers. Thankfully, we have a bunch from the other day while we were picking, but we are thinking the stress is causing some problems. Before we can head home, we need 2 bunches of dill. But this is very sad. This dill it just looks very, very sad. See, in years past, the dill has looked really good because of the way we've transplanted it. However, this year when we transplanted, it was really, really wet, and these were too small. We all agree that they were too small, and that's what the problem was. So next year, we gotta make sure that they are a little larger when we transplant, because we do not want to deal with that problem again. You get this, little garlic, have a good time.
Just don't lose it.
There we go. Alrighty, we are off. Daniel told us to go drive down through the peppers on our way home because he said he saw something that was really cool. What is that? I don't know, but we're definitely gonna find out. Look at those tomatoes. There's our eggplant. That looks good. And then here are the peppers Daniel wanted us to drive through. Oh, wow, I see why he wanted us to drive through down here. Oh yeah, look at that. Lots of blossoms on these peppers and lots of size. But Daniel wanted us to come down here and look at that, banana peppers. Wow, these are a sweet banana. Let me take that one. I mean, we're not gonna be picking baskets and baskets anytime soon, but look at that, there's one. We'll take that one too. 3 banana peppers. Whoa! Boy, I tell you what, if that's not a sign of the things to come, I don't know what is. I'm not seeing any more. Oh, look over here. We have little Italian elves on their way. What did you just find?
Long hot right there.
Oh boy, this is exciting. This was our first planting of peppers that we had got transplanted. So it's nice to see that things are growing okay. And we got deer tracks heading out through here, but that's not really a problem. The deer don't bother these too much. I'm seeing a lot of nice stuff here. I'm seeing a lot of plants that look very good. There's a random potato there. How'd that get there? One thing I will note though, these plants really need to put on some size to them. They will do that as the weeks move on. But for now, they're just a little small for my liking. But like I said, give it a little time and these peppers will be nice and huge. You know, while we're out here, we might as well just pull a few weeds that we find. Oh boy, listen to this. Listen to this. Now here's the thing, do I take this home or do I eat it right now? No, I think we take it home and show Pop and then we can eat it.
Andrew, you need to come over here and look at this.
What do we got? What are you trying to show me?
Look at all the hot cherries coming.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at them in there. A little too small to pick yet. We're just about there. Yeah, get that weed out of there. This is very cool. Very, very cool. There's even more hot cherry. Wow, these plants are looking really nice. Some of them are pretty loaded early on. Look at that one. Sweet. Well, actually not sweet. Spicy. But you get what I'm saying. In this road right here is our eggplant. That stuff looks nice. And then here we have habaneros and ghost chilies. But these take a little bit longer to grow. Oh, split, but those are the yellow pear. There's a few yellow pear cherry tomatoes on the bottom. Look what we've got in here. 2. 1, 2. That tastes so good. I'm so sorry you guys aren't here to experience this, but fresh peppers, fresh tomatoes, they taste so much better out in the field. Oh, it's hot. That's hot.
It's spicy. You hold on to that one.
I'll hold on to it. Ah, it's hot. We got everything washed and moved inside. Matthew was able to pick some green tomatoes. He's gonna probably make some spicy green tomatoes with those. We also wanted a few green tomatoes just to sell. It's been a wild week. We've been able to harvest so many different things. We've been harvesting cabbage, kale, kohlrabi, broccoli. We now have gotten tomatoes, a few different types. We were able to get a few different peppers. We also have been picking some peas. What else? What else? Cucumbers, zucchini, yellow squash, yellow zucchini, pickling cucumbers. Did I mention peas? Probably. I don't like peas. You know that. I like eating them. I don't know what else I'm missing. But we've just been picking so many different blueberries, raspberries. It's been a fun week. Lunch today is a special one. Look what we've got here. We got a tuna fish sandwich, but then we also got fresh strawberry pie. We got all finished with lunch and then we worked on filling up the farm market for a little bit. It is way too busy back there for Callie to be running around. So I brought her out for a little ride. I am supposed to be taking her HOME, but I felt like she deserved a nice little ride around to look at the crops first. Look at those potatoes. Those are nice. And then this right here, look at the wheat, Callie. We are at the fields. Uh-oh, Callie, it's starting to rain. We need to get moving. Since it started raining, Callie wanted to stay at home, so I dropped her off, and I came to find Dad and Daniel and Matthew, and I found them. They were working on the fence. They expanded it a little bit, giving the cattle a little more room to move around. Well, do you feel awake?
No, we're still tingling.
You just got shocked by electric fence. Do we have power down there?
Not according to the tester, but if you have power up there, you have power down there.
Yeah, and Dad got shocked. So, unless Dad, that was a phantom shock. I've heard of those. Alrighty, everyone, we ended up finishing off our day back at the farm market. It was busy all afternoon. Like we had thought, people were picking up sweet corn and a lot of people were planning on partying this weekend. But now that we're all done with work, we are home. Farm market is closed up. And yeah, it's been a long day. So we're gonna get ready to eat some dinner. My mom and dad are coming over. They're gonna hang out with Callie and the babies, and we're gonna have a nice time. And since we're gonna have a nice time, that means this is where we're gonna end the video today. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.